Blowjobs are a no for me.
It is a skill. It is a practice skill. It is a necessary skill.
Ooh, great
The
blowjob.
secret to a great blowjob is saliva, saliva, saliva.
It's important for us to learn from this because I think we lose because we beat ourselves.
You need to swallow it too.
I understand the problem here.
The people don't understand esophagus is the main player of the game.
Try to stay away from it as much as I can.
You can start by licking the dip.
I didn't understand it, but
Patrick Agyemang to Bambi or a newborn giraffe or what?
Justin Hawkins rides
I love
again.
the little kick the mama giraffe
Yeah,
does.
get up.
Get up, you little pussy.
Yeah, you little wimp. I did the Justin Hawkins rides again intro because he just discovered Elliott Smith, or just listened to him for the first time in forever. And yeah, he was kind of blown away by like the seriousness of the lyrics, how deep they were, and like, good. I'm glad because I love Justin Hawkins rides again. I love that show. I love his musical stuff. So good for him for finding that. He's trying to put together a song list he's going to put up somewhere, and people can listen to his top 10 favorite Elliott Smith songs.
Speaking of song list, Derek, we have a couple of requests in the chat.
I can do the Bob Dylan one. That's about it.
Even flow.
Yeah. Even flow. Float around like butterflies.
I want to see you hit that Mariah Carey high note there. Go for it.
I can't do it.
I was sitting there thinking, I was like, man, how do I do even flow? But look at this photograph. It doesn't quite work.
Yeah. I can't do Nickelback because I never listened to them long enough to be able to do that.
Once Green Day, and all you got to do is kind of pitch your nose and talk very nasally.
Probably, yeah. I'm not. Yeah, I couldn't really do him either. Bob Dylan, I can do, but yeah, that's about it.
That's also just a singing type right there. You know.
Yeah.
Everybody's
and class today.
Kevin Brenner says, "You guys live or am I dreaming?"
We're
That's
live.
Real. It's real, guys.
Yeah, we were just here last Tuesday. It's not like we've been gone that long. I was getting tired of being ignored at tax. Speaking of tax, though, I mean, he made some remarks about his Uncle Ben today on his.
Yeah, I saw that. I wasn't sure exactly what to take from that.
You think he's joking, or do you really have an Uncle Ben that no one liked?
He's joking. I was listening to him like, where the hell's he going with this?
Yeah, that's a joke. He was joking. I mean, that was kaboops kind of stuff. Anyhow, weird. He also referred to Hamburg as hamburger. I think that's a joke too. Yeah, Hamburg is not hamburger. And yeah, that is where the name of the Hamburg came from, but that's all right. Also interested to find out that Justin Hawkins didn't know that the songs from Elliott Smith were on Good Will Hunting, which is a freaking great movie.
I didn't mean to cut you off on that topic. I thought you were done with it. My bad.
No, it's just where he won the Emmy and everybody found out who he was, right? For that, nobody really knew who the hell Elliott Smith was. And may he rest in peace. But yeah, some weird stuff going out there. Just got done watching an Everest video about some of the idiots that went up there and did things like, well, I'm going to go on Everest and I'm going to bring my, what's that thing, my drone. The dude was up there so long taking drone photos, he froze to death. What an idiot. And another guy who refused to wear goggles because he wanted to experience the divinity of Everest with his eyes wide open. Well, his eyes froze. They froze and he died of hypothermia. Yeah, I mean, listen, there's just some things you don't and cannot do if you're going up Everest. Like use your brain just a little bit. Anyhow, a lot of them are just guys who sit at the top way too long. Like, okay, take your photo and get the hell down before it's too cold and your balls freeze off. All right. Anyhow, we are going to cover a lot of what happened this weekend with Americans Abroad, but Brett's got other stuff. What do you got, Brett? The answer.
Love is in the air, Derek.
Hmm.
Can you feel the love tonight?
Hmm.
I'm not going to play the audio for this because I don't know if there's audio that's going to get clipped on it.
Okay.
We have a nice little couple here. They're gonna draw a heart in the sand. Make a nice video that they can send out. Hey, just marry type of thing. Here they go. Ready?
All right. All righty. Yes, the man thinking only with his penis as usual. But hey, way to go.
That's funny.
Way to go. I'm sure she's looking at it going, you wish. You wish.
Do you think I could take that?
Yeah, well, I think there is a point where too big is too big.
Sure.
I think anything over like 12.
See, did I sure? Not sure good.
That's like ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know how anybody many people. All right.
Speaking of potentially too big, Derek, I will need the audio for this one.
Unless it was like a stick, long but very thin.
You just sit there and go like this.
Oh, yeah, right. You're stirring the bowl, if you will.
Yeah.
With a long spoon. All right, very long wooden spoon. Wooden, yes. All right, what's this?
What does it look like?
It looks like that one chick that used to be on the show with Roseanne Barr, but younger.
Roseanne's sister? Whatever?
Rosie O'Donnell. That looks like a very young Rosie O'Donnell with that lost weight. That's what that looks like.
Was Rosie O'Donnell on Roseanne?
Think so.
I don't remember.
For a while, wasn't she her friend on that show?
Alex Gavin says that's an alien dildo.
That is really weird looking. Yes.
I saw this for sale on the internet, and I'm really glad that they provided this image of it strapped to your chest.
Oh,
the alien from the aliens out of the chest. Come on, guys.
Oh, okay.
This is what she thought.
Because I swear to God, I thought this was a strap-on.
It does look like a strap-on.
I was once so normal. And then I met you people.
By the way, Mr. McGaughty, yes, Roseanne and Rosie are different people. Vastly different people, actually. Very vastly. Yeah, I think one lives in Ireland now, and that would be Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah.
Connecting with her roots. Her roots.
Her roots.
Her ROOTSs. All right. That was good.
I actually have Tack's video pulled up. Do you want to listen to that intro?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Maybe we can glean something off of this and figure out
where's he going with this?
Where's he going?
This is your USMNT Abroad weekend update from November 21st to November 23rd of 2025.
Sounds like a toilet flushing.
I'm Filippo, and welcome to Tactical Manager TV. And welcome to the U.S. Men's National Team Abroad series, where every single Monday we update you on how the Yanks did abroad over the weekend. And hey, it's Thanksgiving week. So happy early Thanksgiving. I hope you enjoy it with your family, your entire family, even that beer.
And they have a turkey. So all those fucks on the internet that are saying ham is the official Thanksgiving meat, suck a dick. Suck that alien dick.
No way it's the official meat. Actually, the first official Thanksgiving dinner, they served lobster, not even turkey. But then even then, it's got to be turkey second.
No, turkey is the face of Turkey Day.
It is now, for sure. But it was lobster at the first ever.
I agree. And this is what I wrote on their post, too. I'm like, ham is for Christmas. Don't get me wrong. I'll eat the shit out of ham. But
nah, I won't. I don't like ham.
You don't like ham?
It's the Jewish side of me. The 2%.
You eat bacon?
Yes, I love bacon.
So it's not pig. It's just
pig.
Ham.
I love all kinds of pork. I love ribs. I just don't like ham. I don't like ham hocks and ham. with orange glaze. Oh, that's nasty. Tastes like ass to me.
Mm.
All right.
Spider's on your side. I don't like ham either, dude.
Right.
Colin brings up the other argument people bring up is
yes,
prime rib.
We would do that every other year. I love prime rib roast.
We're gonna have some whatever, like beef tip ribs, some roast. There's gonna be ham, turkey at the Thanksgiving thing we're going to.
Now you got a big
guarantee
family
this turkey. Yeah.
I got like my parents, my son.
You guys can make one meat.
Yeah,
one meat.
My brother's not coming this year. Because his dog, his mixed dog, it's part what's the mean dogs? The ones that bite things and never let go. He's got not a Rottie, but pit, half pit mix. Okay.
You realize my dog that's upstairs is a pit.
Well, unfortunately, this dog who's never harmed anything right before Thanksgiving, like 3 weeks ago, it has a Chihuahua buddy. He's known for years, named Bean. And at some point, he lost his mind, grabbed Bean by the head in his mouth and wouldn't let go of him and shook him around like a rag doll. Didn't kill him, left some marks. And so, my parents have a retriever that's only a year and a half old. They're like, no, you're not coming with that guy, that dog, which is named Tucker, by the way. And so my brother's not coming this year because he can't bring Tucker until we can figure out what the fuck's wrong with Tucker. Like, did he just lose? Did he mistake Bean for like a toy? Or what happened there? Because he's the most gentle dog in the world. And nobody can figure it out. No one understands what happened there. My brother had to almost stick a finger up Tucker's butt to get him to release Bean. He was that close, but finally he released him. So, yeah, whoa. Yeah, I don't know what that is. That's totally out of character for that dog. He's been coming to Christmas for 5-6 years now, Tucker. Never just been the most gentlest, nicest, sweetest dog ever. So he's half pit bull. The other is something else, but something triggered. Maybe Bean was irritating him. I don't know, but it's still out of character for him to do that. So they took him to like a dog psychiatrist or whatever. It's paid $700, dude, for a session.
What the fuck?
What? Yeah, a 2-hour session. Yeah.
So the dog just lies on a dog bed. And...
No, they bring the dog in and they talk about what happened, and the psychiatrist, I guess goes bark, 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 bark. And then Tucker goes, oh, bark, 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 bark. Oh, it's about your mom. Okay. Sometimes a banana isn't just a banana. All right. Anyhow.
That dog psychiatrist, you're joking, right? You're about it.
I wish really I were, but there was somebody else who made that decision, not my brother. Anyhow, it is what it is. $700 later.
It's basically a dog trainer with just a different name, because what does he sit down, tries to take a chew toy. If the dog looks sideways, see, this is a tendency of aggressive dogs, and maybe this is what happened, blah blah.
You know what the diagnosis they got?
What?
Keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on him. $700 later. They already knew that, asshole.
Says, no pits. It's genetic. There are dogs that are genetically more aggressive than other dogs, but I'll tell you one thing, and I have to tell my kids, hey, that's not Monty. We had a box.
Oh yeah.
And, that dog, you could roughhouse with it, and that dog would just have a lot of blast doing it. But like Zuko would do the same thing in the sense that if you put like a blanket over you, Monty would always like
Mm-hmm.
But Zuko's got that monster jaw, the fifth biggest bite of any dog out there.
Yeah. Why did you get
that? One, we told the kids we're gonna get a new dog, and it was over Memorial Day weekend. and they're having a sale over at the pound.
The sale.
And all they had, they sold over 60 dogs and 60 cats, and it's like all they had left were pit terriers.
Mix.
Like left. It was just a pit terrier. It was like,
is that a mix? That's a mix, right?
Technically speaking, the pit bulls are part of the terrier family.
I thought they were. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right,
but you know, we met him, and Zuko is just a bundle of energy. He hasn't been anybody, of course, like you said earlier, yet, you know, type of thing.
Oh,
so I have to keep. I have to keep telling the kids, I'm like, hey, don't go over there and squeeze his face in your face. You know, don't do that. This is simple animal 101. You know, you can't do that with most dogs. You can't. I mean, there's some dogs you can go up there, you know, right up in their face, but most dogs don't like that stuff.
I'll prefer my Papillons, and I'm not getting another one because they tie you down. Dogs do, because you got to walk them. You can't go on vacation without them.
You know the most evil dogs that I've seen, and this is just small sample size, of course, but have been poodles and cocker spaniels. Those have been like the most evil dogs that I've ever seen. Not as a breed as a whole, just my experience with the ones I've experienced.
I've heard the poodle thing before. Cocker spaniel, not so much, but all I can tell you is that Papillons are the fourth smartest dog in the dog universe. Get one of those. They're smart.
It's like 80% brain. The rest of the body just didn't grow and develop with it.
They got big skulls too. All right.
Yeah. Okay, let's finish this Uncle Benny story or whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta cut that off at the turkey.
Yeah, we did.
Sideways on that one.
Belly uncle that no one likes, but he'll probably be there anyway. I used to have a beer belly uncle, but he died. His name was Ben. We used to call him Uncle Ben, but he got shot near a library in New York City, and he was all for responsibility. But no one really liked Uncle Ben, and he got shot, and he's dead. Rest in peace, Uncle Ben.
What the fuck is that?
Well, listen, later this week we will have
and he's dead.
I wanted to say that I don't think that's a joke. I think that's literally just a story of life, you know?
The way he delivered that.
Yeah, Uncle Ben. Dude, nobody likes Uncle Ben. He got shot.
And he's dead. I wouldn't do that to any of my relatives. Oh, well, okay.
It's a weird joke if there was no punchline.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's the way he
delivered
it.
Ben, I'm like, the rice guy? Is he making right? No. Is he talking about Benjamin Franklin get shot by a library in New York City? No, not that. Legit Uncle Ben died in front of a library, got shot, and he believed in rights.
I just was waiting for more because it's like,
thank you.
Oh, God. Okay. All right.
Got it.
Now
thanks.
I get it.
So obvious now. I see it. I see it tagged out.
I just didn't get it. I thought it was a real relative for a second.
Believed in responsibility. Okay, now I got it. Even more.
Okay, yeah.
The signs were there. I just know.
No, I just haven't. I missed it. I watched it one time. How am I supposed to remember that?
It was a Norm type joke.
Yes, it was. From Cheers. Absolutely. All right.
No, we did not know it was Spider-Man. That was the weirdest thing in the world because there was nothing aside from Uncle Ben, which now makes sense.
Yes.
And the fact that he said responsibility.
Now it makes sense, but that's not much to go on. But you guys all got it, and we didn't, so we're probably just idiots. All right, what else we got, Brad?
So I was hung up on that. All right. Ready for one of the biggest stories to come out of Twitter in a long time.
Okay. Oh, is this
so
really
Berhalter, the minor, Seb Berhalter, posted a number of TikToks back in the day, back when he was a wee age of 19 years old.
Okay.
And it was supremely cringe to watch.
So, but I'm gonna say, Aiden Morris was cringe too.
Well, that's the one that they're referring to, the one where he gets on one knee and they start thrusting in the air.
Yeah, that's horrible. Yeah,
and I'm like, man, I'm so glad that the internet and social media and TikTok and all this stuff now wasn't around when I was a kid, because I would have done stupid stuff too. Not this per se.
I like to think I always had good taste, but go ahead.
No, I was an obnoxious idiot when I was a kid.
I wasn't obnoxious, but I
That was obnoxious.
certainly thought a lot of myself. I was a very confident young man.
So before the U.S. men's national team took Uruguay last week, an old TikTok video of Sebastian Berhalter and Aidan Morris went viral.
Yep.
Much more viral than when it went live 5 years ago. So when Berhalter was interviewed by Apple TV last night, Dax McCarty took the opportunity to tease him about it. Hey, I expect to see a TikTok coming out after this game.
Oh, the game. Jesus.
Hey. It's just like,
yeah. Oh, Jesus. Berhalter smiled and looked away from the camera. Stop it, Dax. Just stop it. I'm sorry, man. I apologize on behalf of everyone here on Apple TV for Dax McCarty's behavior. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. No, it was a cringe. It was a cringe little video.
That's how long ago that video was made? I thought it was
5 years
new.
ago, yeah. Nope. This is when he was at Columbus Crew, man. It was 5 years ago when he was 19. The only reason I know it was 5 was because it was Alex Cabrezi posted. He goes, man, I'm so glad that I saved this 5-year-old TikTok video. So
hey, Timbo Slice, I already did even flow like Bob Dylan. You missed it. It's at the very beginning.
Very, very beginning, man. Like first couple of minutes in.
Yep. Did it. All right. What else we got? Fuck this shit.
Yeah. Well, sticking with the family and TikTok and all that stuff. Berhalter Sr. As much praise I gave him throughout the season, taking Chicago back to the promised land type of thing. Yeah, promised land being the playoffs. But I posted, I go, I'm gonna have to retract everything nice I said about Berhalter this season.
Okay.
Because he posted a TikTok meme, or not even TikTok, just a meme of him doing 6'7".
Oh no. Okay. Well, is that because one breast is slightly bigger than the others? The other?
I don't know, maybe.
One's a 6 and one's a 7.
Just the motion. This is just the motion that he does with the ladies, I guess.
One's a 6, one's a 7. Because they're not the exact same. All right.
Yeah.
No, 6'7's been a trend for a while. Kids were saying it last year in school. It's annoying. It's like, come on, quit being so goddamn cliche. Mm-hmm. That's like that one poster. He's like, oh, so you're saying that lots of people say they're triggering you on the internet? And I said, yeah, constantly. Constantly.
No, that was the whole commanding argument that we had going on there, right?
Are we going to cover that?
I mean, I can pull it up.
It's dumbass of the week.
Oh, that's right. We did talk about that.
Yeah, we were supposed to do dumbass of the week.
So what we got next? Derek, why don't you read this?
Okay. Peter Vermees, former U.S. men's national team forward and longtime Sporting KC coach, who was elected to the National Soccer Hall of Fame in 2013, gave a blunt answer when asked about promotion and relegation in MLS. He said, explain to me how you would go to an owner who spent $500 million for a franchise fee and another $500 million into a stadium, another $100 million into a training facility, and another $50 million on players. So let's just say he's at $1.2 billion in debt. And what you're going to tell him is a year from now, he can be relegated to the second division. How do you do that? You can't do it. Sometimes we just have to be willing to accept who we are. Our country and the sports industry is based on playoffs. That's who we are. Okay. Well, he's not full of shit here because that's not going to happen. The contract those people signed when they gave away that $500 million to come in MLS did not say you're going to get relegated. Did not say, in fact, it specifically said the opposite. So no, it isn't going to happen. And by the time we get to 40 teams in MLS, we'll have most of the major cities covered anyhow. right? They'll break it up into 4 divisions of 10 or whatever the fuck they end up doing. I mean, who's left out of the market when you got 40 teams, right? Who's going to be left out? Exactly. Somebody will
Montana.
be. Oh, yeah. The big team in Montana.
Bozeman, Montana.
The Bozeman FC. The Bozeman Monarchs or whatever they end up being called. Yeah, I don't really think that's going to be an issue. If you've got 48 teams in MLS, which is God knows, who knows when they're going to stop expansion, you really don't need a Division II because you've covered all the major markets and all the minor markets. I just don't think it's going to be necessary, and that's what they think too. Now, am I interested in the USL venture? I am, but I think they're going to fail. Unless a lot of people all of a sudden start watching USL, which isn't the case, and they can financially compete with MLS, which they can't right now. So something big would have to happen to make promotion and relegation in USL viable financially for investors and viable for like TV, entertainment, people watching it, people caring on a larger, grander scale. Otherwise, it's doomed to fail because MLS can just come in and pick off any team they want.
And it's not going to happen in MLS for the foreseeable future, in the sense that the way that if promotion and relegation ever comes to MLS, it's going to be because USL actually follows through with it and they find success.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden MLS is reeling and they got to figure it out. And US Soccer finally grows a backbone and steps in and says, we're going to merge together. We're going to make this financially feasible for everybody.
Well, that's not going to happen.
No, it's not. basically, the only way promotion relegation is going to happen within MLS is 2 ways. Actually, I'm taking this back. They create so many teams that they finally can sit there and create their own artificial promotion relegation.
MLS 1, MLS 2, yeah.
Or they start feeling the heat from USL, and they end up doing the NFL or the MLB or the NBA and just merge the leagues together.
Now, let's be like, I was the first one to come up with the MLS 1, MLS 2 idea in 2013.
Yeah, you idiot.
On Big Soccer. And I was wrong. There's no way you're going to bother having MLS 1 and 2 if you just have a gigantic 40 team league and split it into 2, West and East Coast divisions. What's the point of 2020? What's the point of having a Division 1 and Division 2? It's just not. Especially after the commitments you have made to the people and the investors you've already promised, that will not happen. So there's so many reasons. Like, I could lie to everybody here and say, oh, yeah, it's possible. It's going to happen eventually. But it only will happen, as Brett said, if USL does it, and it's so popular, and so it gets so big that MLS is looking at a competitor who can afford to buy better players and grow a big league into something really competitive to MLS. While I would like to think that's possible, I don't see any evidence that that's possible. I don't. And I mean, my mind can be changed, but I got to be a realist with you. I can't Ted Westerfeld you, although Ted's become a little more realistic these days. I'm not going to tell you that it's all possible and it's all going to happen. I could tell you I'd like it to, but I'd be lying to you if I said I would like it to there to be Pro Rel and MLS. I'd be lying if I said, and there's going to be Pro Rel and MLS someday. I'd be lying. I don't see it happening. I see more of an NFL style league with lots of teams split into divisions, all Division 1, all competing at 40 teams at some point. Who knows? People laughed at me when I said we're going past 20. They laughed at me back in 2013, and they were so fucking dead wrong. I laugh back at them now.
Derek, why would they go past 20? You could have a single table and it'd work perfectly.
Yeah. B says USL and MLS will merge. The only way that happens, B, is if USL is solid enough that MLS cannot pluck the teams they want and markets they want away from USL. And they got to get there fast because they're already doing it. They did it in Indy. They're going to do it in Indy. They did it in San Diego. They did it in Cincinnati. They're not going to stop plucking markets away from USL and weakening USL's general viability. That's the spot. I mean, that's the problem.
What USL needs to do in order to prevent that from happening is they really need to get U.S. soccer on board with reclassifying what qualifies as Division I. Because here's the thing: if USL has the Division I, and there's Indy, let's say Indy 11 is in
which
USL
is their
Division
hope.
I, let's just say, yeah,
yep.
Then it would be a gamble and a half for MLS for a billionaire to come in and say, I'm going to plant a team here in India as well. That's Division I. And hope to God that I can pull in 18, 20, 25,000 people.
Well,
your only hope for MLS at that point would be, and the billionaire, is that they could squash Indy 11 out of existence.
They could.
But my point would be is that you'd have a bunch of people who would stick it out with Indy 11 because there's still history there. If they're Division I, now if they're stuck in Division II for eternity, then yeah, people are going to migrate over to Division
I. Here's the problem. The people who own the Pacers and all the partners start an MLS team as planned in the next 2 or 3 years. All of the, sort of middle of the road soccer fans are going to go to that game. They are.
Sure, that's fair. That's fair.
And yes, the diehards will be stuck supporting Indy 11, but how long can that last? So I don't know. You're talking about buzzards and deadly crows, right? That's what MLS is. They're going to go off and they're going to pick apart the carcass of whatever USL team they can and destroy it and build their own market. And that's what they've been doing over and over and over and over again. You have plenty of evidence that they don't plan to stop. So along with, we're talking about our own team here, Indy 11, a team Brett and I built. And I can tell you that's down the pike. All right. There's nothing we can do about it right now.
So I guess, and even when you look back at previous expansions into USL territories, you have teams like, you had teams like Toronto, you had teams like Seattle, Portland, who just basically migrated over to MLS to the point.
Yeah.
But then you also have examples of teams like Atlanta, who basically said, screw you, Silverbacks.
Yep.
Rowdy.
Cincinnati.
Look at Cincinnati, yes.
San Diego.
San Diego's the biggest one, though, because it's newest, too.
Seattle, Portland.
No. Those teams were basically those groups that got brought over because they were still the Sounders. They were still the
I know. They got brought over, but they got pulled into MLS out of smaller leagues.
No, I agree. No. My point being is that at the beginning of history, as far as MLS taking over USL cities, they started off by just taking over the teams that were in the cities. It orchestrated. They already had the fan base. They brought them over to MLS. But then, as we've seen over time, like I said, with Atlanta, you had San Diego, we had Cincinnati. You didn't have the USL team basically getting brought into as an MLS side. The MLS just said, you know what, we're just going to plop our fat ass down here and take your fans. We don't need your organization.
Yeah, either way, it doesn't really matter in the end, right? Because you're losing the original USL. If you're USL, it doesn't matter. You're just losing the team you used to have, right?
Yeah.
So that's all we're talking about, because we are talking about the survival of USL, and I just think it's tentative.
Didn't the Silverbacks continue to try to survive after ATL went through?
Yeah, Eric Winalda coached them from a distance too. Yeah,
from a distance.
Yep. Anyhow, that's all we got on that.
We got Winalda coming up here in a bit.
Okay, so all we got on that.
Not yet. Right now, we got to worry about.
Do not panic. Do not panic. Cap them now. Cap them now. Do not panic. All right, who we got here?
Richie Ledesma has come out and stated, "I would like to represent Mexico. It is a dream to play a World Cup. I have never been more ready to go to the national team."
No chance. No chance. Good luck,
Well,
my friend.
I'm sure he would like to represent Mexico. I'm sure he'd like to go to the World Cup. But I mean, he literally, what does he say? He's 25 years old. Literally for like the last 7-8 years, he's been donning that red, white, and blue crest.
Yep.
Now because he can't. Whether this says a lot, quite frankly, that we couldn't figure out to give Ledesma a chance or two periodically, especially when he was starting at right back for PSV because Dest's injury.
That would have been nice.
Give him an opportunity, take a look. But I mean, we went other directions. It is what it is, and maybe Ledesma, is in fact behind the depth chart that we have. Quite frankly, I'm not arguing that he is or isn't.
He is. He's way behind. Yes.
Yeah. But
I mean, if you're talking the best American player in Mexican soccer is like sketchy about whether or not he's going to make it, and he's like a superstar for the best team in Mexico. Now you're talking about a guy that's a bench guy most of the time at Ledesma. Mm-hmm. Come on, what are we talking about here, dude? Okay, dream on. It's like dream on. Go ahead, buddy. Go for it. I don't think you're going to get called. If you do get called up, it could be like a Christmas team or something like that. But I don't think that'd be a major.
Alex is asking if he's cap tied.
He's not. He can make a one-time switch still.
Was the rigmarole? You have to you have to wait like 3 years since your last cap.
He has.
In order to play, it has. I don't know if it has been. You're sorry. Yes, it has been. You're right.
Yeah. So he can file. And by the way, FIFA really flexible these days. They'll look over what happened to you. They'll look at your connections, and they're really not as restrictive as they have like a board now that kind of goes over this. They're not board, but a council. And if they feel like you've been capped to tie you down, or you only used to play youth soccer for a national team, and maybe you got a couple cap, they're just letting anybody switch these days. So you're so wrong. As the cheapest fan, he's 100% of one of the best right backs in Liga MX. Yeah, but that's really recent, Rob. Like when he first got there, he wasn't getting much playing time. So he's going to have to keep doing that if he wants to make the Mexican national team, honestly. Now, I don't know how weak the Mexican national team is, but if he's good enough to make the Mexican national team, and because he's nowhere near making the U.S. men's national team. Nowhere even close.
Technically his first season there.
Yes. So he started out rough. Yes, I agree with you. He's playing more, certainly a lot more than our homeboy Cade Cowell. Yeah, I still think it's an uphill battle for him to be on the Mexican national team. I really do. I think it's if he does it, I will applaud him.
I'll say this much. Looking at his overall career as a player, look at that field. And
he's played everywhere.
That screams a problem, right?
Yes.
This
Find
is
a spot.
or good at all, not a master of any, or whatever the phrase is.
Yeah, let's be clear. What he's got? 5 assists?
Yeah,
he's played 15 games. Do we know how many of those he started?
We can take a look at it. Sure. He started off actually as a starter. Then he hit a spell where he wasn't playing as a starter. So hold on. Let me zoom in.
Okay.
Let me zoom over. There you go.
Okay. So start, not start. Oh, start. Okay. Back and forth, not start. Okay. It's like 50-50, right? Little over 50% starts. Okay, good. Good for him. I hope he does well. I'm not rooting against the guy, but the whole idea that he's just going to hop up and play for Mexico tomorrow, I don't know about that. I don't. So he's playing more than Cade Cowell's playing.
Yeah, he is.
By a lot. So good for him. If he wants to switch, I completely understand where he's coming from. There were times where we said, why not call up Richie Ledesma? Yeah. He didn't get called up when it was the case. But I don't know. I think it's a little far-fetched at this point. But if he does it, if he pulls it off, good for him. I'll support him. Just don't score goals against us. That's all I'm saying.
And don't celebrate if you do.
Mm,
Come on.
yeah. All right. Fine.
Remember when what's his face? When Rossi scored against us and celebrated in the Federations Cup?
Mm-hmm.
And people got pissed off about that?
Yeah.
Like, why? Why are you guys pissed off about that? He made it super duper clear. I mean, I understand he's from the US and all, but he made it super duper clear that he was Italian through and through. He scores a goal. He was never part of our youth system. Nothing. So I'm not sure why you guys are getting pissed off about this.
I mean, he can say he's Italian through and through, but he was born
it's
here.
It's a mixed bag right now. I mean,
born here.
Yeah. Well, one of his famous quotes. I mean, unless you followed it, but one of his famous quotes were, "When I was in the United States, I never felt more Italian, but when I was in Italy, I never felt more American."
Yeah, he did say that.
So
anyhow, Rob, I'm happy if you're a Chivas fan. I'm also happy about that. I'm happy you believe that he is one of the best right wing backs right now. And that's fine.
What about Araujo? What about Araujo?
I only follow the stats in Mexico.
Is he left?
In Liga MX. So I only follow stats. I don't watch the league. So it's impossible for me to say how well he's doing. I'm glad he is.
Isn't Julian Araujo, isn't he right? Is he right back?
I don't know. I thought so, but maybe I don't know anything about the Mexican national team. I certainly didn't watch their last two friendlies. I can tell you that. So
Araujo isn't making the bench right now. Well, I mean, if Ledesma's not making the bench either, then it's questionable. I mean, where he falls. I mean, compared to even Araujo.
Hey, maybe there's a better chance than we know. You know, I don't know. I wish Rob Garcia and Ledesma the best. I have nothing against Richie Ledesma.
No,
we screwed him a couple times in college.
Well, I mean, he was plagued by injuries 90% of his career. But
yes.
when he was healthy, especially there at the tail end, there were windows that we were sitting there going like, why is he not getting a call in?
He didn't get called into the massive group. He didn't get called into that. They picked like 90 players.
Well, he was included in a couple of 60s, but
not one of them in particular.
There was a time when Dest was injured, and Richie was playing right wing back for PSV consistently.
Yep.
Why we didn't even give him a sniff at that point was beyond me.
I have no idea. Yep.
But it is what it is. We're going to delve into the U.S., the Yanks Abroad. I do want to pull up a couple things real quick before we go through, because, I mean, I don't know. You tend to go through the list pretty quickly.
Sometimes.
And by the time you get to one person, you talk about their game, by the time I get to their tab, you're already two people ahead of me. I'm like, oh, shit. Hey, remember when we were talking about so-and-so? I just wanted to bring up a couple things real quick, and then we can go through the rest of the list, okay?
Fair enough. Let's do it.
Apparently, Fiorentina is tracking Tanner Tessman.
For good reason. Outside of Leon fans, he's...
Or media.
Or media. He's appreciated there. The coach loves him. And the 4 games I've been able to watch so far, I think he's been pretty goddamn good. And he played well for us this past window.
Yeah.
And he's a large mammal.
Apparently, Leon is asking for 20 mil, and his market value stands at 10 mil, looks like.
That's, a hefty offer. They'll finally find something in between that, like 17, 16.5, 15.7. You know how that works. So
sure. I mean, that's double. I mean, again, I know it's just a number that's posted on a website. And market value is subjective in the sense that it depends on what the other teams value him as. And maybe they can meet Leon as far as saying, hey, we do actually agree he's higher than this price, but he's not that and everything like that. But that's double. That's Josh Sargent asking money back in the last couple windows. Not now.
Right now.
Before when they're saying we want 30 million for him.
12 games without a goal for Josh Sargent.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But
what is going on? I know it's going on. We'll get there when we get there.
This is a good thing for Tessman. I mean, clearly, he has experience in Italy, and people know of him.
They know him there. Yep.
I don't think they're going to get 20 mil for him, but maybe that's the point.
You know,
Maybe like we don't want to get rid of him, but if you offer us this much, then I guess we'll get rid of him. But
well, they could use the money. Remember, they were in some trouble.
Bankrupt, yeah.
Yep. So if they can get 20 million for him, they will just do that.
No, that's the thing, though. That's the thing. They threw out a ridiculous size sum. If somebody comes and offer, if Fiorentina comes out and offer it for him, yeah, they'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're like, now we'll give you 8 million, they may be like, no, we're good.
Yeah, he had a good game this weekend, by the way. So we won't recover that, but yeah. Highest score even on Foot Mob got it. They thought he was the best player on the team. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Grant Tuberville says, well, this sounds like good news. Crystal Palace boss Oliver Glasner unconcerned after Richards was forced off against Wolves. Yeah, it looked like he just had a cramp to me.
That's what they were reporting, right? They're saying like he came off in the game because of cramps.
That's fine. Drink more Gatorade or whatever you need to. Eat a banana.
Get some electrolytes in your body.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine.
Liquid IV. Another
great game for at least 83 minutes from Richards. They won again. So, he's making the U.S. men's national team as of currently. Something awful would have to happen otherwise. So, All right. Thank you, Grant. Cameron
on
Carter
the other
Rickard.
end of injuries.
Yeah. CCV, major Achilles injury, will be gone for a good long time. This is serious. And this is not his toe, which is what has kept him out of a game here and there. Usually the toe injury happened right before U.S. camp. But he's been playing. He was the regular starter next to Scales the whole season for the most part. And now it's Trusty next to Scales. So
got into a little bit of heat on a post about this.
I saw that, and I had to come to your
a good
defense.
listener of the show, man. Oh man, I didn't. That came out of left field. Frank. It was a joke. I mean, the argument.
Frank.
We were simply saying. I was simply saying because I listened to Derek do his Yanks Abroad segment and stuff like that, and all of you should listen to him talk about Yanks Abroad.
Yeah,
and I'm telling you, what rings out more often than not, and I looked through his history and stuff like that. Clearly, hasn't been out a lot, but Derek's always like, he's out with the toe injury, big toe injury.
Yeah, joking.
So I cracked a joke based off of what Derek reports periodically.
Yeah,
on that front, but
no, he's fine.
Lighthearted, guys. Yeah, Frank and I are cool. We're cool.
Yeah. I mean, I chimed in. Frank's like, I misread your original post. We're all good.
Frankie, is that you?
It's all good.
I see the ads. I see the handles. I don't see actual names. Yeah, it's. Huh?
Yeah, no. I mean, I've been very clear in my Yanks Abroad reports that he's been playing and he's been playing and he's been playing. It's just when U.S. camp calls a bunch of times he had the toe thing. So it's good. But now it's serious, right? Now it's
100%. It sucks.
Yeah, now it's really serious.
And I'll sit here and say I didn't really rate CCV high enough that where I'm sitting there going like I think he's going to be in the 2026.
Yeah, I mean, I think he had a chance.
For the US. He's in contention, sure.
He would have, but now he's gone. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen now.
No, he's definitely toast at this point. There's no chance. This is a season-ending injury.
Yes,
that season runs right into.
Oh no! I agree. It's done. Yeah. I like it's that hyperbole all around. It's so funny. I was just doing some examples of hyperbole today, and some of the people that I was teaching it to said hyperbole and hyperbole.
Oh, is that why you posted that?
No, it's like, no, guys, it's hyperbole. Oh, okay. Anyhow, that's how it's pronounced.
Something every day.
All right.
No, but I mean, it sucks. It sucks seeing a U.S. men's national team player go down with this. Hopefully, he has a speedy recovery, but yeah, just like it says here from Golazo America. But serious doubts.
Colin says Trusty pass Richards probably not in Poach's mind, and that's probably the most important
I
mind.
just like the fact that we finally
forward.
got to see Trusty on the pitch.
I'm taking it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just,
absolutely.
It's been years in the works.
Yeah, it seems like it,
Oh,
doesn't it?
God.
No, it almost literally has been.
It
years in
has
the
been.
works.
It has
Yeah.
been years in the works. I'm just glad we finally got to see it, and didn't disappoint. I enjoyed it.
No, he played well. So did McKenzie for the most part. It's good to
I
know.
believe he got the assist off of Freeman's first goal. Or second goal.
Yeah. So good to know. At least we got 5. We can almost guarantee are going at this point. 5 center backs. And that is probably on top of Riemann, Richards, McKenzie, Trusty, and probably Freeman. That's going to be the lineup.
When you start whittling away some of the depth due to season-ending injuries, again, unfortunately, it does sort of make that position clear.
Yeah. So, I think that's the lineup. How Poach ends up setting up that back 3, we'll find out. But I think Banks has a chance, Spiders Lawton. I think he's got an outside chance. If we bring 6, he definitely has a chance.
Well, here's what you got to do. If he's continuing to play for Augsburg, and I'm not saying I'm not going to say he has to be consistently good because he'll have a bad game here.
He was good this weekend.
He was good this weekend, from what I heard.
Yep.
If he's getting called in, if he's playing for Augsburg come March, I think Poach has to take a look at him, give him an opportunity.
You would think so if this trend continues. And Colin, this is one thing we are not going to agree on. And absolutely, I haven't found anybody else who does agree with you on a back 4. So you can believe that, and I'm not holding it against you in any way, but I'm sorry. That's just a back 3. Yes, with a left wing back and a right wing back. Anyhow, let's move on.
Nope, I guess I got to pull up the original post here. Let's pause that. Pause that because I don't want to get dinged by that by any means. But Christian Pulisic scores.
It's a tap in, but it was great. He had to be there, right? He had to make the run, and he played. It's not just that he scored, but he played a really, really good game.
Yeah,
he was really good in that game. I watched it when I got home today. Very good, very impressed. So he was dangerous all game that he was in. So good for him. Keep it up. We all know he's making the squad, hell or high water. Anyhow, that's not one of the guys I need to watch every weekend to see how they're doing.
As long as he's healthy, right?
Yeah, and he's.
It's like you'll catch a game if it doesn't conflict with another game. Because there are those things where because that's my issue right now. I've got to focus my time on what games I can watch.
Yeah.
I got other aspects of life that are consuming my weekends.
Straight catnip. Oh, go ahead.
And I was gonna say, so I've got to pick certain ones. So I pick fringe players, quite frankly. So this week I really sat down. I watched Gladbach play.
Yeah, I did too. But I have a different circumstance. I can watch whatever I want.
Exactly. I can watch whatever I want.
Stray Catnip says Blackman will be called up before Banks. I think Blackman's ship has sailed. I think he got his shot. He didn't shine. You're more likely to see Miles Robinson before Blackman, honestly.
No, I think Miles Robinson's definitely guaranteed over Blackman at this point. Guaranteed.
Question
I would bet the house on that one.
If we're bringing 6, who's fighting for that 6th spot? Is it Miles Robinson, Banks, or somebody else? I don't know. We'll find out. I think we're going to bring 6 since we're playing a back 3. All right. This is a tap in dumbass. Can't spell dumbass right? Has a B in it.
Just make sure before we start going. Okay. No, he's obviously poking at Edgar here. I don't even know if he's necessarily downgrading the goal itself and him scoring or talking about the performance. I think he's just highlighting an argument that Edgar made about Luna and trying to make Edgar look bad. That's it.
This is a tap-in, dumbass. The goal for Pulisic.
So it's about the goal for. So he says that Luna in the Uruguay game, when he got his tap in.
Are we really comparing Luna and Pulisic?
Well, that's kind of Edgar's point too, quite frankly, because that goes, this is a tap in. So the goal that Pulisic scored, yeah, sure, it's a tap in.
It's
but
a tap in.
He positioned himself. He positioned himself in the right spot to receive the deflection.
How many people think Luna has a chance to overcome Pulisic as a starter on the U.S. men's national team?
Oh,
no one. I have yet to meet anybody. I like Luna a lot. We say nice things about Luna on the show all the time. But I'm sorry, he's not taking Pulisic's spot at that 10 spot. It's not happening. One of the 2 10 spots. No.
So he's also pointing out, though, that he doesn't. I'm assuming I'm reading a lot into this, but Wonder Eye is pointing out that the Luna goal wasn't a tap in. I mean, that was at the 8.
It wasn't a
yard in the box. It wasn't a tap in. It was a shot on goal. It wasn't a tap in. Pulisic's goal was more of a tap in.
It was a tap in, but effort did come into play there. Being in the right place was that meant he had to have some sort of soccer IQ to be in the right place. But Luna's wasn't a tap in. That was an actual, It
was a shot. It was a drop back.
Yeah,
about like I said, the 8 to 10 range, and he put it in the corner. It was just, it was a nice inside the step shot.
Yep.
Larry's asking if Christian Pulisic is hurt again. Nope,
he's not. He's good. He's healthy. He scored this weekend. Well, yes.
That's why he's saying, motherfuckers, comparing Luna to Pulisic. These MLS fans are out of their mind. And I think the guy, like I said, the guy's just defending Luna and saying, dude, Luna's goal was not a tap in. This is a tap in type of thing. So
why does that?
I don't think he's comparing.
Edgar gets so many people with nasty comments coming after him. All right. Well, I don't know why. I don't think that was a dumbass. Like, okay, you could say, no, dude, that was not a tap in. Okay, fine. You need to call him a dumbass too? Jesus Christ.
All right. So
Gladbach.
This is the game in the post that started a trend of just how you how you define words. Just it's the English language, and
it's not
whether something is something. It's not. Guys, this isn't difficult. It's harder for me to describe the situation now than it is to actually describe the game itself.
I knew exactly what you were saying. Now, I host a show with you every week, so of course I know what you're saying. But
everybody else knew what I was saying. It's just two guys.
Yeah, he was talking about, you're saying he was commanded the whole game? No, that's not what Brett said. Brett said, demand the ball more at Gladbach, Reina. Like you do with the U.S. men's national. Be more commanding.
Yeah.
That's all you were saying.
It's not hard. It's not hard. So I said Gladbach wins 3-0. Third straight win in the Bundesliga for the first time in 5 years. I said it from the beginning of the season that they would turn the season around. Now, you guys can go back and rerun the tapes after the first couple of weeks. I'm saying Gladbach's got enough talent. They'll turn around. Derek, you agreed.
Yep, I agree.
It was a bad stretch of games. They had a couple of key injuries.
3 wins in a row now.
3 wins in a row now.
Back in the mid-table.
So I mentioned how Scally had a solid performance at right back.
Yes, I'd agree with that.
And this was legit right back.
Yeah.
He was not playing right wing back by any means.
No, right
he did not
back.
get forward a lot.
It
was more like right center back. He was practically right center back is what I wrote.
Yes, down. Yeah, you got it right.
And then I said Gio got 21 minutes overall. He slows down the game, moves the ball, opens up space. It should have had an assist. Pretty good, but not as commanding as he was with the U.S. men's national team.
You're just not as commanding.
Yeah.
Meaning he didn't demand the ball as much. That's all you said.
Yeah.
That's all you said. Not as commanding.
I had when was he commanding with the U.S. men's national team? I said, go back and rewatch the Paraguay game. He was demanding the ball, more lively than I've seen in a while, notched goal and assist. Most of his passes were progressive, starting the attack.
Perfect.
I think that's a great explanation.
Yeah, and a normal person would have gone, oh, you mean commanding in the sense that he was asking for the ball more and moving around more. Not that he dominated the field.
Yeah. Let's see. You jumped in. Yeah, basically you were just saying to him here.
What about levels of commanding confuses you? Brett used the words as not as commanding on a scale of being commanding, asking for the ball. He did more of that versus Paraguay than he does at Gladbach. You totally don't even understand the parameters of the discussion.
And he followed up by saying, I see you can't defend your position. What did he command?
What a fucking moron. Is this guy like have an IQ of like 12? What is he, stupid?
Yeah.
Like, you're not saying he's like a commander of the team. Like, he's the team captain and the team commander. The commander of the team is Pochettino. Okay? What did he command? What did he command? Well, he commanded the 31st Infantry Division. That's what he commanded in the attack in the in the Battle of the Bulge. That's what he commanded. What a fucking idiot. Sorry.
So Derek, what do you say here?
I fully explained it already. If you still can't understand, then go back and take some basic language comprehension courses. Sure, fella. That's what's going on here. Maybe you're a bit too triggered.
What are you mad, bro? You mad? You gonna cry, bro? You mad, bro?
I think I called him a cliche piece of shit or something.
You did. You said that's silly cliche, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, a little cliche.
Yeah, you get triggered.
A lot. I said, "Oh yeah, that
pieces of shit. Hey, pieces of shit like you for breakfast."
He tried to trap me in this argument right there.
Yeah.
And I said, constantly. Like, you guys know me on Twitter. When's the last time I had a nasty argument with anybody on Twitter? It's been months, maybe a year.
A lot of people are like, it has been a long time. You're just like, when was the last time I did it? A week ago, maybe 2 weeks.
No, it's been a long time. I'm even nice to Doug McIntyre now. Like, that's the last person I called out pretty hardcore on Twitter, and then we had a discussion, and
you guys hashed it out. Yeah,
we hashed it out, and then Jimmy or Max Bretos and I had a little riff, but it was not triggered. Nobody was triggered. We just disagreed, and then we hashed that out too. Right?
I like the it's always the "what, you mad, bro" kind of comments at the end. It's like, well, you get triggered. You getting triggered over there?
It's so funny because the guy doesn't understand. I'm literally finding it amusing while I'm typing. I am not triggered at all. I can't understand what he's doing. And I'm chuckling while I'm texting you. What is up with this guy? I just don't understand this dude. So what is this problem with your comment?
He kept asking, he was like, well, you can't define commanding. You can't define commanding. What's the definition? What's the definition? So I grabbed the definition.
Yes.
Indicating or expressing authority, imposing. Aside from Miles constantly looking to ring, Gio was immediately looked to start the attack. He demanded the ball. Yes. This isn't 100% thing, as Gio was not available for every buildup, but that's not the point. While others can also have a commanding performance, to conclude that Gio was just involved in the match is a bit silly.
It is, dude. So that's we used to do this segment on Big Soccer. Dumbass of the week.
Dumbass of the week.
Dumbass of the week. Yeah.
Also, that's not an indication that the person is in fact a dumbass. It's just that post in general.
It's pretty close, though. It's pretty close. It's pretty close, Brett. I mean, if you got to get the definition of the word commanding from somebody else, you need some help.
Yeah. Well, while we're on the topic of Gio, real quick, let's Eric had
our good friend Eric Winalda.
It was like a couple days after the Paraguay game. He this must have been Monday when this came out, because he talked about how the Uruguay game is coming up.
I haven't heard from him for a while, from Eric.
Or covering his content. He'll need to come on here soon.
I guess.
Defend yourself.
We should bash him here. So he'll come on.
So
we won't.
So Eric posts this video, and it's basically just saying, guys, I was right the entire time about Gio's predicament situation. Yeah. Over the course of the last 2-3 years, you guys need to come back and apologize.
Can we be fair, though?
Go for it.
He's a close family friend. This is a little too close sauce. I agree with what he says, but he's been a little too inside the
that's
on this. So,
so I had a couple of
me defending Hoppy in the Hoppy family.
Yeah. Right? So I had a couple of timestamps. The reason why I skipped out on like the first 4.5 minutes of this is because even though he kind of rehashes the past, he doesn't really give any details about it aside from Yeah, I have a lot of inside and a lot of inside connection to this
Yes,
topic.
he does. Yes.
I know more about it. So I skipped a lot of it up until this point where he starts talking about he was talking about the rift between Gio and Berhalters. Or, let me rephrase that: the Reinas and the Berhalters, excluding I'm not including Gio in that conversation. The adult in the conversation that he's kind of referring to in that point. But he talks about how come 2026, Seb and Gio are gonna either have to figure it out or what. And this is what he has to say about that.
Okay, well, real quick,
Yeah.
just to be framed this properly, as Colin says, Seb and Herc, who we like Herc a lot, and we know Herc, were wrong to call him a liar about Reina saying he was not injured, because Reina was not injured during the World Cup. He got it absolutely right. Now, why they can't just get over that between them, two of them, and say, yeah, all right, I was wrong. But they did call him a liar. That's kind of a harsh thing to say. So I understand why Eric is upset about that. Okay?
No, but I mean, here's the thing, too, though, is even though Berhalter came out and said, yeah, he has a bit of a knock. He's a little injured for this match. That's why he didn't play. Gio came out in that same game. Like, hey, the coach says I'm injured, but I don't think I'm injured.
I'm not injured. Right. So Eric was right.
We had a Diego on around this time period. He was kind of spilling the beans.
Yep.
And it all corroborated with
what
Eric was saying. And then what came out in the not the interview, but what during GeoGate, whatever.
Yeah.
They all came out during that process. That everything that we had talked about, we didn't leak it. I think Diego was on Spaces 2 days prior to that talking about it too.
Right.
But it came out, and all that was broadcasted. And then Eric had more insight to it, and then he kind of retracted it. And then he talks about how he ended up retracting it because he didn't want it to be this spectacle that's going to dominate the news cycle and inside the minds of all the players in the locker room. So he was trying to squash it at the time, but that didn't work out so well.
Right. So So bottom line here was that Eric was right because he had the inside info. Other people who had inside info didn't leak it because they knew too that he was not injured. We had Diego on the show who told us a lot of stuff. We were like, and then that all turned out to be correct, and including all the details about the bus and the parents on the bus, and all the conflict and how weird it all was there, and that was all correct, people. All of that was right. Like people, I know they busted on Diego a lot, or he doesn't have his fans here and there, but all that shit he delivered on that day was all right. So
29. A lot of people don't know, but maybe not. Maybe they don't know his first name or whatever. But yeah, it's 29.
It was 29, and so he was absolutely detailed down to the detail of what happened there. So he knew it all. So anyhow, Eric's gonna. I just wish that Herc and Eric would work this out. Now the Seb thing is not going to be fixable because not only did Seb say he was a liar, but that Eric Winalda is a endless searcher of attention. Like I remember the show.
They also, Winalda does talk about it here, and he says that you guys, was Sebastian.
I hate the you guys thing though. Don't like the you guys thing.
He mentions both people
because they're different guys. In fact, those two guys disagree on just about almost everything.
Sure, but he said that they both said that he was a clown. And now this is his turn to say it back to him. Now he says, I like to say you're a clown.
Said he was a clown. Maybe Herc did too. I don't know.
Maybe Herc did, kind of agreeing just to move it along type of thing. I don't know.
Herc agreed that he was lying, which he wasn't. He wasn't lying. Yeah. So anyhow.
But yeah, here's obviously with the history between Gio's family and Seb's family and the rift that occurred during that time period. Now they're finding themselves on the pitch at the same time, and they have to kind of work
You mean
it out.
Seb Berhalter?
Berhalter, yes. Yeah.
Not Seb. Yeah, the guy with Herc. Yeah.
Nope. So here's what Noel has to say about that.
Totally convinced that Sebastian Berhalter and Gio Reyna can handle this.
Yes,
I think they're pros. I think they understand what's at stake. And I also think that they're great. They both have the ability to be great contributors to our World Cup team in 2026.
Now, Eric does go on to say that Berhalter's not on his 23, but he is on his 26. And there's also talk, apparently, that this World Cup might be a 30-man roster.
We'll know soon. I mean, we know in the next 2 months. By the end of the new year, probably. Yep.
Yep. Okay. So he does continue to talk about how the pundits and maybe even some of the fans or whatever out there that's been spewing a lot of hatred and garbage about Gio simply are saying these things because they want to use it as an excuse to make the past narratives real.
And before you play this, for the 206 of you here now, make sure you like, subscribe, share it with your grandma. All right.
A lot of you have thrown rocks at him. There's been a lot of pundits who have decided to question his character and or his ability to stay healthy. But a lot of those guys that have come out, and women who have come out and really decided to attack him for all the wrong reasons, were just looking for an excuse to make the former story a reality.
I think attacks is strong. I think criticize would be a better word, but that's mincing.
I don't know. Here's the thing, though. But when you start seeing articles or people posting on Twitter about Gio's supposed attitude issues.
Oh, that's not articles, though. That's mostly Twitter. Like, I haven't seen a single article that said.
Well, that's fair because I guess you don't necessarily want to have to deal with libel issues,
right?
But I mean, there's been enough blue check marks with you know.
Oh yeah,
authors of many articles that have come out and said like, well, he's a cancer. Not I'm paraphrasing here. This may not be a word for word, but he's a cancer in the locker room. Players don't like him
on Twitter.
Yes, on Twitter. Yes.
Okay, not on actual media. Not even in Dortmund has that kind of stuff come out. So it's all bullshit. So you got some rando on fucking Twitter saying he harasses homeless people. Don't take that guy seriously. We invited that guy onto the show. I invited that dude to a phone call, and he wouldn't do it. So he'd be like, oh, bartenders, waitresses, homeless people. He treats them all like shit, including the guy who got him the wrong tape for his fucking shoes or his whatever, socks. Okay. I get it. You have somebody who he yelled at when they brought him the wrong tape for his shoes. Homeless people? Seriously? Waitresses? Are you going to bars with fucking Gio Reyna? Come on, man. How am I supposed to believe this?
I know somebody who was, just coming out of McDonald's and allegedly saw Gio pour gasoline on a homeless person. Didn't light him on fire, but
don't even say that, Brett. Don't even start.
I said allegedly.
Yeah. Brian 27 says McIntyre is a butthole licker for the USSF. I would agree with that in the most positive terms, a butthole licker, because I don't think that's somebody's choice about their sexuality and what they want to do in their sexual endeavors. If you are saying that, in fact, Doug McIntyre has been very close to U.S. soccer for a very long time and a mouthpiece for U.S. soccer and that he is, in fact, compromised, I would say that to his face and have, or at least typed it once. So, yeah, he is. Butt liquor thing is not really a negative thing for me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a good, if you think butt licking is a bad thing, that is indeed a good put down. But if you're me and you don't believe butt licking is a bad thing, then it's kind of like, well, you're putting all butt licking down then. Some butt licking is quite great. All right. Anyhow.
We had that conversation a while back.
So I hear.
A conversation a while back where he had a friend who asked her, like, hey, you know, would I ever, you look around the rim and everything?
Yeah.
And she sent me that, and I go, no, there's no chance in hell. And her husband had said, I'd have to be pretty sauced to do that. I said, like what, like red hot or whatever, Frank's hot sauce. You put that shit on everything. I mean, it's just like
you could do that, honey. It's also good. I hear. That's just what I hear. But I think Brian brings up a good point, though. USSF's butthole is pretty dirty. That's true. Shower required beforehand. All right, and a clean colon area and anal area. Anyhow, that's just what I hear. That's what I heard through Dr. Ruth Westheimer. Just passing along the
lady with the chin dildo, right?
Just passing on.
Strap-on chin dildo, I think is what it was, right?
Are you talking about wearing a strap-on dildo? On
that was a famous video, like on of Ruth, Dr. Ruth, right?
Dr. Ruth Westheimer, yeah.
Yeah, she was on some late night show or whatever, one of the podcast, early podcasts or radio shows, or whatever.
Sure.
And she had this strap on chin dildo.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that either. All right. I'm very open. Okay, minded. All right, here we go.
Gio Reyna has done nothing to deserve some of the crap that he has gotten. He's had to answer some questions. He can't do anything about what has already transpired and maybe the mistake that his parents made by some of the accusations that they made.
Yep.
They felt that they were within their realm to take that route. I think they would even recognize it as a catastrophic mistake.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Enough said.
I like how he's kind of like finding the words in the process. Like, how do I say this? But he's like, yeah, even they would come back and say, yeah, that was a total fuck up. So we felt at the time we were in the right to do this, but looking back, hindsight's always 20/20. That was a major fuck up.
So it's like while he's saying all that, as just like you were just saying, I remember listening to this going, God, I hope he gets this right. But you know what? They have this thing is called an editing button, and they will fix it if it isn't. So there you go. All right. Gio is still young and tight. Ooh. Well, that's between him and his wife, I suppose. Yeah. And if they're into that, they need to call Brett and his wife to meet you at the convention. The convention. The strap convention.
Fair enough. You need some pointers, I guess.
Isn't that the femdom thing? Femdom.
Yeah, I said if you need some pointers, sure. Yeah. All right. Well, he's going to talk about what Gio needs to do moving forward, and his current situation.
And he continues with that big smile and that attitude that we saw the other night. And you saw the way his teammates reacted when he scored. It's very clear that he was never the problem. It's very clear that these guys really enjoy playing with him. And he has said all the right things, and now he's doing all the right things. A goal and an assist. It took him 4 minutes to make his point.
Yep. Yep.
Well, I mean, the one thing he did do wrong, he apologized for. The team, again, it was a split decision, but the team ended up accepting it. And we all moved on. Except for GeoGate never did move on. We still talk about it until today.
Unfortunately, you're right. But we do need to move on. And I just wish I wouldn't run into these occasional turds who just hate him. They just fucking hate him. They hate Gio Reyna.
That's funny because that's coming up here in just a second.
Okay. What can be done?
Things.
Sorry.
Go ahead. Julian Vivas.
Yep. Let's grab that now.
What can be done with Gio club form? Not much. Wait and see. As soon as Gladbach are mid-table, which they are now, or higher, I would expect him see his minutes go from 20 to 30, and then an occasional start, and then maybe a start. I think this is going to take some time. The team is hot, but they're not Atletico Madrid hot, right? So they could still use Reina, whereas Atletico Madrid has no use for Johnny Cardoso right now. There you go.
Agreed.
Along the lines of like it's really embarrassing when some of you are saying, well, he needs to be a two-way player. Well, what the hell does that mean? Seriously? Are you just looking for a reason to challenge his performance and say it wasn't all the way there, and until he becomes a two-way player, he's never going to? You don't know what the hell you're talking about. In these kind of games, in World Cups, in national team, country versus country games, we need our special players to be rested and ready to go.
Yes. And by the way, another comment there by Brian. Yes, McIntyre did say that Gio was too slow on the press. And we smacked him around here.
We called it out because he was right there when the ball got left off, and we talked about it. We were talking about it with Pete, actually.
Yep.
And there's a great breakdown on that of why we called that out.
Yes.
And then go watch Pete's show. There's probably about a good 3 or 4 minutes of that topic alone.
Yep, indeed. All right.
But there are definitely comments out. We talked about the people some people on Twitter and social medias that yes, there are people out there that are literally looking to nitpick, like the whole commanding topic.
Yeah.
It's not. It wasn't out of the question to just say, he had a great performance.
It's almost like he purposefully misunderstood you.
Had to have been
on purpose, or he's an idiot. There's just two different things that can happen there. All right.
But yes, that's the big thing. Last thing I want to say on this topic here, because he does expand upon the whole why we don't need Gio being a two-way player. Because what if he comes back, collects the ball at the back, and he makes a pass out, and then he's catching his breath. He's not integrated into the attack at that point because he's all the way back here. So that's why you kind of want your special players up there to make that final pass, splitting the lines, so that your attackers will get into it. He does go into it here. This is why.
Well, hold on. Colin Reese is saying commanding performance means superior great. That's not what Brett said, though. He never said commanding performance. So just to be clear, I thought we were all on the same tune here. Brett said he needed to be more commanding, i.e. demand the ball more at Gladbach.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he said. All right.
Yeah. So
you guys need to understand the McKennies of the world, the Tyler Adams of the world. You run for him. He plays the piano. You carry it. Are we done here?
Okay, fair enough.
So obviously, his point is we don't have that generational talent that's just going to orchestrate the game, play the ball, distribute, and make that final pass. So you need to have players who are going to put in a lot more of a blue collar work. I'm not saying that Adams and McKinney are just blue collar workers by any means. They're in their own right, McKinney especially, able to still lace those type of balls too. But Gio, I feel, quite frankly, most of us agree that Gio's just a different type of talent.
Yeah. Okay, Collins lost the plot. So he didn't read the whole complete sentence because now he's saying that Brett initially said he was commanding. I
said he wasn't as commanding as he was in the Paraguay.
As commanding, correct. So again, all things contextual. Don't join the moron, Colin. Don't
okay, I was going to say, make sure you clarify that you're not calling him that.
No,
you're saying
the
other guy.
Don't join that moron who couldn't figure out exactly contextually what you said, which was you need to demand the ball more. You were very clear about this, about what your definition of him being more commanding for Gladbach would look like, and it would look like what he did versus Paraguay. Demand the ball more, make runs, blah, 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 etc. So there we go. All right. For the 270 of you here now, make sure you like, subscribe, share it with your grandma. Now we have the Yanks Abroad report. Let's go through some of the others because Weah got a goal and played 90 minutes for Marseille. Yeah. And that ball would have ripped the goalkeeper in half had he stood in front of it.
Exactly.
Good for him. And again, we really do think that way as one of the guys we had on the team. So we got to keep watching him. Jedi still injured, didn't play for Fulham, but at least Fulham won this weekend. So I was happy, but I don't think we're going to see Jedi anytime soon based on what we're hearing behind the scenes, that they're going to have to do a total rescoping of the knee. Adams, a very good 80 minutes and a tie for Bournemouth. Richards, a pretty good 83 minutes and a win for Crystal Palace. Balogun was out on red card accumulation. Banks had a very good game for 90 minutes for Augsburg. This is very promising. Maloney got pulled at halftime for Mainz.
You're going to have to explain that one for me because I didn't see it.
I totally changed the formation. They went to a totally different they were down 1-0. Now it worked out. They changed the formation to a back four instead of a back three. They pulled Maloney out and they managed to tie the game. So I guess it worked out for them. But
I'm just saying, I mean, I didn't watch the game by any means, but I did look at the stats and I didn't see like him as a shining example of somebody who needed to be subbed, but it was sort of like, hey, we need to pull somebody and this is it.
He had some weird moments where I'm like, what are you doing? And then he had some other moments where I'm like, great anticipation, right? Like he totally shut down an attack before it happened.
That's good.
But he made a risk by going way up the field to do it. So there's that too. And maybe that's what they want him to do, to almost play like the Heidenheim role he had, which was almost like another center back, right? So we might see more of Maloney if they decide to play a back three again. We'll see. Reyna, we already said, played the 21 whatever minutes, looked pretty darn good. Not great, but good. But he needs to demand the ball more and be more commanding on the field as far as saying, hey, give me the fucking ball. I am wide open over here. Scally went 90 in a really good game for him. But I do
want to say, though, and I know that they were up when he came on, of course.
Right.
But, I mean, Gladbach, when Gio came on, Gladbach slowed the progression down a bit, looked to combine on passes better. I'm not saying this is solely on him by any means.
Yeah.
But the game changed when he came onto the pitch. And I'm not saying that he's the reason for that by any means, but they looked more competence, not the word, because again, they were up.
Smoother.
They looked smoother. They looked more like a unit as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
And they made a couple subs prior to that. So, I mean, it could have been all the above, but it slowed down and looked better.
I don't know about you,
rush.
but honestly, there were a few times where I'm like, he's sitting right there. Pass him the fucking ball.
Yeah.
They didn't. Yeah. So that was frustrating.
Assist too.
Yeah, I know. That was egregious. That should have been an assist all day and night.
In fairness, though, that was a center back taking that shot.
That's true. Tillman, 64 minutes and a goal and a sort of assist. In a win, he got the assist, but I don't know if I'd really say that was all him. So Tillman on fire, his comeback for his 64. That was against Paredes' Wolfsburg. Of course, we're never going to see Paredes again, apparently. He is interminably injured. Musa! Oh, my God. How long is this going to go on? In the 18, did not play. Holy crap. I cannot. If you would have told me he's moving to Atalanta, I would have said, yeah, he's off the bench at least 20, 15 minutes every game. Nope. He plays multiple positions. Surely they could find some time for him off the bench. Nope. New coach doesn't like him. Old coach doesn't like him. 6 games, 7 games, whatever the fuck it's been. No playing time. And this is totally detrimental. This is why we think Musa, at current information, current spot, current where we are now, is not making this U.S. Men's National Team World Cup. If you would have told me that after the last World Cup, I would have said you were smoking grass. And bad grass at that. All right, Pepe, 20 minutes. Hey, listen, as long as Till keeps scoring goals, Pepe ain't going to start. And Till scored another goal. Another one. So until Till cools off, pulls a hammy, or has left testicle surgery or herpes, he's not coming off the pitch as a starter. Maybe every 4 games, maybe. But until then, Pepe's going to get 20 minutes here, 15 minutes here, etc. Dest got 90. It was an okay performance. Bees says for $2, is Chris Richards the future captain of the U.S. men's national team? Not being inside the locker room, I'm not sure about that. I wouldn't have picked him, but you know what? Young people, they mature. And when they do, and if they have natural leadership skills, I think I'm not going to say no. I think he could be. But we really don't know, do we, yet?
Well, I mean, I think he, the last not this window, but the previous window, when he came out, has been very vocal, and especially on the pitch, when it came to some of the knocks
When
the
he
players
was
were getting.
captain, yeah.
He, I think he showed that he could very well be captain in that sense.
It's possible.
I mean,
but we don't know for sure at this point.
Unfortunately, I feel like with Pulisic on the pitch, Poach is going to give him the band.
And there's one guy that doesn't need to be captain necessarily.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I would give, quite frankly, I mean, Tim will likely get it if he starts.
Tim Ream or Adams.
Or Adams would be my other guess, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be my guess.
Richards would be a close third in that sense.
But let's be honest.
He does say future captain, so.
Yeah, Poach has been really hesitant to give Adams the captain's band for whatever reason. I don't know why. I'd like to know more about that, but I would hate to ask him that question at a press conference and get shat on. What, you telling me he should be the captain? What, you picking my captain now? No, I was just asking why he wasn't your...
You pick the captain?
I just asking why he wasn't your captain. Oh, so you're saying he should be the captain? No, I'm asking you why he shouldn't be the captain. Oh, okay, yeah. Next time you tell me who I should pick as captain. Yeah, well, I don't want to get in that conversation. All right, because that's where we're going down the road, by the way, with Poach. He's an angry man. All right, Reynolds, 90 minutes. Yao, 71 and a tie for Westerlo. That has been a bad run for Westerlo. Bad. Puxtis. And, here's the crazy thing. Puxtis' team are first. They got their ass handed to them this weekend. Puxtis. What is going on there? They lost like 5-1, if I remember right. Holy crap. And lost. He went 90. Downs. 15 more jittery minutes for Downs for Sunderland. Or is that Southampton? Brett, help. My brain had a brain fart.
Sorry, I was trying to find the super chat window, but it's not popping up here. Sorry. I got correct. Southampton, is it? I think it's South.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
It's Southampton.
I said Sunderland, I think. So, but they're same colors, same uniforms.
It's Southampton.
I always forget. I don't know. I've been around the sport so long. There are certain teams I always confuse. Southampton and Sunderland are them. Those two. Red. Derek. All right. Kelman was injured, by the way, for Charlton in that game, so he did not compete against Downs. By the way, Downs didn't score or assist. Campbell back with West Brom, 90 minutes in that loss. DK was in the 18, didn't play, and that was against Haji Wright, who did not play because of a left testicular strain. No, I'm sorry. It was he was tired after the flight back to England. What? Morris played. Morris didn't have whatever tiredness. Maybe he caught a cold on the plane. You know how you can get that one-day flu thing? I don't know. Anyhow, Wright did not even dress. Sargent, another 88 scoreless minutes for Josh Sargent. I get the feeling if we criticize him too much, I'm going to lose all my Josh Sargent connections. So I'm not going to do it any further. But I don't know what in the God hell is going on there, except for the fact that Norwich suck. Big donkey dick. They stink.
Yep.
I could only get through 55 minutes of that game. And I'm like, I cannot watch this anymore. This is dreadful. I got other people to watch. Sargent's not making the World Cup team anyhow. Why am I wasting my time with this? All right. Julian Viva says for 199, Edgar Moreno said on X that Musa is going to the World Cup. No, he's not. Listen, we love Edgar, but we don't all agree on everything, right? He ain't going to the World Cup. Sparks would have to fly out of fucking Musa's asshole, and he would have to actually start playing. Not only up that, but Poach obviously not happy about the I don't want to play when he did not have an injury in the window. So there you go. I think Musa is going to find it very difficult to get playing time, but right now, currently at least, unless something shoots out of his asshole that is sparkly, he is not making the squad. And so that needs to shoot out of his asshole soon. All right. I mean, we've got months to go until March. March is the last window. Okay. It's not that long. Like, March will be here. It will be here and up your butthole quick. Time flies. Ajimon went 71 minutes in a loss. I heard he was fine. I didn't watch the game. He didn't do anything spectacular. He wasn't ridiculously dumb. He was just, he didn't add to their loss, which was a 3-2 loss against Wiley's Watford. And Wiley is once again injured. Morris went 62, so apparently he was a little tired because they don't usually yank Morris off. He goes 90. They played him for 62 for Middlesbrough in the tie. Busio! Again, Busio scores another goal in Serie B for Venezia as they go on for another win. Now, should we care? Does Poach care? Which is more important than we care. Because us caring or not doesn't mean shit. Does Poach care, and is he watching? And how far out of the loop is Busio going forward at midfield? Probably a long ways out. So, but I mean, give him props. He's now finally becoming the leader of Venezia that he was supposed to be last season and was not. This season, he is their leader. Trusty, 90 minutes.
Well, hold on. Let's go back real quick.
Yeah.
Because Busio was experiencing that towards the tail end of their promotion run in Serie B last time.
Yeah.
So is it that he's finding the leader he's supposed to be for the team, or are we seeing what his level is?
Could be a little of both, but even when he was in Serie B before, he was not the leader of the team. The leader of the team was Tanner Tessman.
Agreed on that front. Well, I'm just saying, Busio's performance has definitely picked up that last season.
Well, at least the last 3 weeks, he's been hot.
Yeah.
And he's been their go-to guy. So, and he's playing 90 every game. And he's really turned a corner here. Maybe finally this. When I was a freshman, I didn't have that click moment where like, I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to lead. My sophomore year, it clicked. I am supposed to lead this team. I am a leader on this team. That takes a while to happen sometimes. All right. And maybe it clicked this season so far. Then maybe also because they don't have Tessman and they don't have a lot of the other guys they used to have. They had to sell them off. All right. Trusty, 90 minutes in a win for Celtic. Again, another good game for him next to Scales. CCV still is badly injured. So this is, unfortunately for CCV, it's good for Trusty, right? It's one less guy that Trusty has to compete for a center back spot on the U.S. men's national team. Lund, 90 minutes in a loss for Köln. Aronson, 80, pretty much mostly running around with like a chicken with his head cut off minutes for Leeds. Not Dark Brendan at all. Not a great game. I watched it with my parents in the morning. We were all like, wow.
Why did I do this?
Brendan runs a lot, but he ain't doing much. So, yeah, that's why I still think that Aaronson's on the bubble. I think he's probably going to make the team. But honestly, well, after watching that game, I'm like, how useless could you possibly be for fucking 80 minutes? Like, do something. Make a difference, like a big difference somewhere. Not just a running crazy man. Like, steal a ball, make a pass in the final third that ends up being a goal. No, I wasted 90 minutes of my life. All right, 80 minutes because I 90 because
It's a flip of a coin when watching that team or watching BA at least.
I know. Testman, we already mentioned earlier, 90 good minutes and a tie. McKenzie, 82 minutes, so minutes and a loss for Toulouse. Sands, 90 minutes. I mean, could St. Pauli, after starting off the season with 2 wins or whatever it was, being at the top of the table, they are now headed quickly down to where everyone projected the bottom. And although Sands plays 90 minutes every game, they continue to lose. So it's not a fair reflection always of how Sands plays. They're just not a very good team. They're a bad team. Kramashi in the 18 for Parma. Surprise, didn't play. Pulisic, we already talked about with his goal, and he played 78 minutes. He's back. Cardoso, we talked about as well. As long as Atletico Madrid are going to continue to win and continue to thrive, and he is like the 5th, 6th guy on the midfield roster at this point, maybe 5th, he's not going to play. He's not going to play. You do not take a team that's as hot as Atletico Madrid and change something unless you got an injury or you need to. You absolutely have to because you're playing an opponent where a different formation's needed or something else is needed, and this guy can provide it to you. Until that happens, you can expect Cardoso to ride pine for the rest of the season. Unless that something changes. That's all I'm telling you. Something's got to change. There's got to be a loss or 2 losses in a row or whatever, right?
As far as the super chat was concerned about Musa and Edgar saying Musa's going to the World Cup, who stands a better chance to make the World Cup roster, Musa or Cardoso?
Neither.
Well, yes, you'd say that. I was having you pick between
Cardoso. Although we don't know Poach. We don't know Poach like we do Berhalter. I knew Berhalter down to his guts. I don't know Poach. I'm learning Poach. I'm beginning to speak Poach. But, I can watch his interviews now and I understand what he's saying. But does Poach have some tenderness in his heart? Because he seemed to really like Musa for a while, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't ever seem to have had a emotional and whatever connection with Cardoso. All right. Malone for Sturm Graz in Austria went 45 in a loss. That was against Lask. Bello went 90 minutes in that game, had an assist in that win. Yes, that Bello. And guess what? One of the hottest players in the Austrian Bundesliga right now is a guy named Adeniran. And he plays on Lask too. And he got the highest ratings in Austria this week. Not only on FootMob, but in Austria. And he's being considered as a revelation in Austria right now. Adeniran, the U.S. player, went 73 minutes, got both assists, or 2 out of the 3 assists for that game. Was rated, I think, an 8.3 in Austrian papers. For Lask media, huge. They love this guy. They fucking love Adeniran. So keep an eye on him. Could be a move down the road to a Bundesliga team in Germany if he keeps this shit up. Okay? Hoppy. Yes, Matthew Hoppy. I know. Not worth following. but personal connections, I still do. Sanderjiski, he has been a regular starter for, I believe, 3 or 4 weeks in a row for Sanderjiski. He went 90 minutes this game in a loss. No, in a win. It was a win. And he did not score assists, but he has prior. Okay? Hoppy. All right. Not giving up on Hoppy.
It's nice to see him, at least getting his feet settled,
All right.
Finally.
Yeah, I know I'm biased, people. I get it. It's personal. All right. Tolkien, 90 minutes in a loss. He apparently, I didn't watch the game, so I went to German papers. He got hammered in the German papers for having a horrible game. So that's a one-off because usually Tolkien's one of the best players on that Holstein Kiel team. And then EPB still back to starting again for Panathinaikos in Greece. Got 90 minutes in a win. Although I think he's right now so far out of the picture for Poach. I just don't think Poach even knows who he is. And then Klinsmann, 90 minutes in a loss for Cesena. And that is your Yanks Abroad report for the weekend. I think we went through everybody. We broke down all their performances. Who you need to worry about. We got a game coming up at 10. Well, it's on right now. I want to watch that. I think we're done, Brett, aren't we?
No.
What else we got?
We got quite a bit of stuff here, actually.
Oh, shit.
Hey, you know what? Well, let's see.
Seriously? I want to watch this game. It's the MLS playoffs. I know.
Okay, Derek, here's what we can do.
Okay.
We'll get back on tomorrow. Do a recorded show since we're not going to do anything Thursday.
Fair enough.
I'll just keep these tabs open.
Okay. What are they about?
They're about Poach's outburst and that type of stuff.
Yeah,
we'll got some videos pulled up, and we Derek, thank you, Colin, for pointing this out because I don't know if I'd ever see it, but we made a video on a channel that has over 200,000 subscribers.
Oh, somebody cares about what we're doing.
They're like, hey, this guy has some good takes, I guess.
Okay. Awesome. So we will cover that on a recorded show. And that'll be out, Thursday, Wednesday, somewhere around there? Brett?
Yeah. I'm going to assume Wednesday.
And
I'm not going to rush it to get it up.
If you're asking why we're doing more recorded shows, because we're getting hammered in the ass by YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes.
We gained some 15 to 17 subs over the past week and some change here.
Yeah.
Let's do more recorded shows. Guys, we set a goal earlier on this year that we're like, all right, I think we can get to 4,000 subs by the end of the year. And we're sitting a month out, and a couple of days.
Yeah.
And we still need some 60 to even get to that point.
It's sad. But,
the big problem is our channel grows so slowly when we just do these live shows. And we like doing live shows.
But we've been doing them only live shows for 2.5 years, Brett.
Yeah.
It's a killer. It kills your algorithm.
Yeah.
So we got to stop doing live all the time. It's killing us. We're not
Tony
growing.
Martinez says, turn on notifications. 100%, but I'll say this much.
We have
subscribed. I'll say this much. The roughly 700 to 800 of you guys out there constantly watch our stuff, whether it's live streams or the recorded shows. You guys, 700-800 of you watch it. Now our videos will notch an additional couple hundred, 300, 400, 500 additional unique viewers. So it's basically our live stream. YouTube basically shadow bans our live stream.
Yes.
And no, they're not going to broadcast it out to anybody new. The only new subs we really get are if we have people on our show, or, Derek or I post something that gets a lot of people's attention on Twitter. Like, I'll check these guys out on YouTube.
Yeah.
But YouTube ain't helping us out.
No, YouTube are screwing us big time. So we've got to get out of the way of that.
Zara says we need more rage bait like Tack.
I just Tack post rage bait. Oh, he does
twits.
He trolls, yeah. So I mean, the point being that if we don't make this switch, and by the way, when the World Cup comes, we will be live Monday and Thursday. On the March friendlies, we'll be live Monday, or whenever the game is, we'll be live. We'll be live whenever the games are. But when there is the downtime now between now and the World Cup, or March, we've got to put out some other videos. So we hope you will watch those.
The downtime between now and next Monday's show. There's not that much news that takes off, guys.
No.
At this point in the year, it is Yanks Abroad, and that's about it.
Right. And we'll cover that in detail every Monday. But we need to put out some other stuff because we have got to the point, and we've done the research, and we know the math, and we know the arithmetic, and we know from YouTube exactly what's going on with our algorithm. And we are getting smashed for just doing live shows. And that's it. We're getting absolutely fucked up the asshole with no lube. And so we got to stop doing that. We will get back to it in March. And whenever there's big news, we're going to do a live show. But other than that, it's Monday's live, Thursday recorded. So do come check us out.
B-Mar says Champions League, Europa League, Derek. And in your favorite
Conference League. Let's just do a whole show on Conference League games. That'd be so awesome.
So guys, when a topic will come out, and let's just say it happens like on Tuesday or Wednesday, we could do a recorded show, but then we could also still do a live stream on Thursday. I mean, nothing's always set in stone. It really depends on the news flow, quite frankly. But for the most part, up until the March window, we're probably going to be holding off on the Thursday live stream unless something big comes up.
Yeah. Yep. Indeed. All right. But for the 232 of you that came out tonight, thank you for coming out. We appreciate it. We know there's not a lot of news going on right now, but we do appreciate your support. We love you. This is like a family for us. Even though you shit on us in the comments sometimes, we get it. It's all right.
What family does.
Yep. That's what family do. We will be back on, Catcher Show on Thursday. Wednesday. And we will be back next Monday. Enjoy the weekend. But know you're always in our hearts. Good night.
That hurt.
Blowjobs are a no for me.
It is a skill. It is a practice skill. It is a necessary skill.
The secret to a great blowjob is saliva, saliva, saliva.
It's important for us to learn from this because I think we lose because we beat ourselves.
You need to swallow it too.
I understand the problem here.
The people don't understand esophagus is the main player of the game.
Try to stay away from it as much as I can.
You can start by licking the tip.
I didn't understand it, but
Patrick Agyemang to Bambi or a newborn giraffe or what.